What's good, everybody? I'm Blitz5, and in today's video, I want to talk about the newest content coming to PUBG on the Xbox One. So right now, this is all playable via the PTS server, the public test server, on the Xbox One, which is available this weekend, October 12th. But obviously, a lot of people are going to be busy playing Call of Duty. So if you guys aren't playing PUBG, or you missed this, or you're not going to be able to play, I wanted to show you guys all of this new content that's going to be put into the game very soon. I mean, I feel like it's safe to assume that it's going to be coming sometime in October. I'm going to make a bold prediction and think that and say that it's coming next week, but I guess time will just tell and we'll see. But right now on the PTS, all of the new content, the new weapons seem very stable. It was a lot of fun playing with them. I did a pretty long stream the other day when this came out. It came out a day early on October 11th. I was surprised by that, and everything seemed to be working out pretty well. The only major bug that I had was that I couldn't auto run in the PTS server, and a couple of other things were a little laggy. But for the most part, this game felt very stable other than a few minor issues. So while I was recording, I got this awesome chicken dinner, so I figured I would start it off with that. And then I wanted to move to the quick marker system. So it took me a little while to figure out how to use this because on PC, in the videos they showed, it seemed like everybody was aiming down their sights or the iron sights, and then they were hitting a button and then putting the quick marker system on. But on Xbox, all you need to do here is tap both the thumbsticks at the same time when you're not aiming down sights. So you're basically just looking at your character. You click down on both the left and the right thumbstick at the same time, and you'll see a little kind of highlighted area underneath your compass, and that stays for 5 seconds. So this is a quick way to mark on the map where you see enemies or you think somebody is, or you want to tell your teammates instead of having to yell out on the compass. And then obviously when you say a number on the compass, it's not the same for every other player depending on where they're standing, and this quick marker system will identify at the same location on everyone else's compass. So this is a huge improvement to PUBG. The only thing that I think it could need a little bit more improvement is that it only lasts for 5 seconds, and I think it would maybe be a little bit better if this was like a 10-second thing. I know we're kind of just counting hairs here, but 5 seconds goes away really fast, and then you kind of forgot where you just marked. So I think maybe in the future they'll add like a customizable timer, but who knows. Then next we have the Tuk-Shy. This thing, it's a tuk-tuk. These are popular in Southeast Asia. I actually went in one of these in Thailand one time when I was traveling there, and this thing is pretty much a joke. It's fun to ride in, but it's extremely slow. You can tell that it doesn't have a lot of armor at all, or like vehicle health. I got shot at driving down the road and immediately started to smoke. It only fits 3 people, so I really feel like if you want to stay alive, you shouldn't be driving in one of these things, but obviously I had to for the video, and I thought it was kind of fun, but I got totally destroyed at the end of this video. And then just to prove my point even further, I saw one driving by, and I unloaded like a clip into it, and I blew the entire Tuk-Shy up, killed a guy, and everything. So they're definitely very weak, and they're not very fast, so watch out if you guys get into them. So then next we have the scooter, and I thought this was going to be a similar story as the Tuk-Shy, but this thing ended up being really cool. It's a little bit slow and definitely seems like it probably doesn't have a lot of health or armor like the Tuk-Shy, but it is very accurate handling, and you can really turn on a dime. I was kind of surprised by that, and it definitely moves around the map at a reasonable speed, but you're definitely going to want to rather be in a motorcycle or in a car if you're trying to get away. And then I had a fun moment here where I was kind of driving around, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to hit a backflip on the scooter, or at least go for one, and then I self-proclaimed this the world exclusive first backflip on a scooter on the Xbox One. I did this early in the morning on October 11th, so there might have been someone who did it before me in the world, but I'm not sure. I did this pretty much early into the PTS, so I would wish or hope that this is, but I'm basically just kidding around. I was just having a fun moment here, and I did land the backflip. And then moving on to the new weapons, so we have the Beryl M762 assault rifle and the Mutant MK47. Both these guns seem like they're extremely powerful. They're pretty rare on the map. They're not very common. You still see a lot of QBZs and M4s and all that stuff over these 2 rifles. But if you have a chance to use them, they are extremely, extremely powerful. The Mutant M47 is the AK variant where it's a single shot rifle and a 2-shot burst. This thing really knocks players down extremely fast. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy. It sounds super powerful, and it does seem to be pretty powerful. Definitely a little bit of a kick action going on here. That's where the downside of this gun is that it's going to be hard to control. So you can kind of see that, but you can take people down pretty fast, so I don't know if the recoil is even going to matter. And then going to the barrel, this gun really puts down people so fast. This is my favorite weapon in the game right now. When I shoot it, I feel like I can really control the recoil. It seems extremely accurate, and I was shredding people when they had level 2 vests, level 3 vests, and helmets. it just completely demolishes players. And it's definitely a personal favorite of mine. So if you have to pick one, try out that Beryl. That gun is sick. And then also, last but not least here, it took me a while to find this, and I actually died as soon as I got it, and my stream cut out. My Elgato crashed, so I only have a screenshot here. But this is the laser sight. It's so rare that I didn't think it was in the game because I played all day, and I only saw it one time. And you can see that as soon as you equip it, it's being shown the entire time it's on your gun. If you're aiming down sights, if you're hip firing, the laser is showing. So I don't know how far this laser is actually going to show for your enemies, like if it eventually kind of dissipates or it cannot be seen by your enemy. But if you're within like 50 meters of somebody, maybe even 100 meters, it definitely seems like it's going to be visible. It's very visible and pronounced in the house. I saw a guy running up to me with it. I killed him and I took it, and then eventually I died right after this. But this is going to help with hip firing, and I'm pretty excited for this because I'm all about the hip firing in video games, but I haven't been doing it in PUBG because it's not very accurate. So I think that pretty much covers everything. We have the new weapons, the Beryl, the MK47, we got the Tookshy, the scooter, the laser sight, the quick marker system, and a couple different bug fixes. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the majority of everything in the game. Also, I forgot to mention that now they have this system where when you're looting, everything gets highlighted on the ground. So if there's a bunch of different loot, say there's a bunch of different ammo, a gun, and a backpack, and say a painkiller, if you just want the painkiller, you'll see everything getting highlighted. And then if you move over to the painkiller, just that will be highlighted, and you'll only pick up the painkiller. So this is a really nice system. Everybody noticed it on stream because it was very like apparent that everything was glowing. We're not used to seeing that. So just some quality of life fixes that PUBG is putting into the game, and I think we'll all appreciate that. So well done by PUBG. Delayed, a little bit late, but better late than never. And we got a lot of stuff on our hands with Call of Duty and PUBG. I'll be posting both the content here on YouTube. And as always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out.